Today is August the 10th. What does Jesus mean when he says, I am? Let's find out from the passage in which he says it. We're going to read John 8 from 48 to the end of the chapter. The Jews answered him, Are we not right in saying that you're a Samaritan and have a demon? Jesus answers, I don't have a demon, but I honor my Father. You dishonor me. Yet I don't seek my own glory. There's one who seeks it. He is the judge. Very truly I tell you, whoever keeps my word will never see death. The Jews said to him, Now we know that you have a demon. Abraham died, so did the prophets, yet you say, Whoever keeps my word will never taste death. Are you greater than our father Abraham who died? The prophets also died. Who do you claim to be? Jesus answered, If I glorify myself, my glory is nothing. It's my Father who glorifies me, he of whom you say he is our God. Though you don't know him, but I know him. If I would say that I don't know him, I'd be a liar like you. But I do know him, and I keep his word. Your ancestor Abraham rejoiced that he would see my day. He saw it and was glad. Then the Jews said to him, You're not yet 50 years old, and you've seen Abraham. Jesus said to them, Very truly I tell you, before Abraham was, I am. So they picked up stones to throw at him. But Jesus hid himself and went out of the temple. In John chapter 6, Jesus was in Galilee. He told the crowds that believed in him there that they needed to drink his blood and eat his flesh. And as a result, many of them walked away. Now he's in Judea and in Jerusalem, actually in the temple. He tells the people that they need to be freed from their slavery. When they reject that idea, Jesus says, before Abraham was, I am. They tried to kill him by stoning him. He essentially does in John 7 and 8 just what he did in John 6. He drove people away. Now here in this passage, Jesus has just said, you need to be free from your slavery. They say you're a demoniac. You're a Samaritan. They insult him. Jesus says, I don't have a demon. I honor my Father, and you dishonor me. Keep my word. If you keep my word, you'll never die. Now they're just over the moon. They say, what is this? You'll never die. Abraham died. The prophets died. And yet you say, if we keep your word, we'll never die? Are you greater than Abraham? Who are you claiming to be? And that's when Jesus says, I am. Now, that comes straight from the Old Testament. Let's read Exodus 3, the story when Moses first met God and learned his name.
Exodus 3, New Revised Standard Edition. Moses was keeping the flock of his father-in-law Jethro, the priest of Midian. He led the flock beyond the wilderness and came to Mount Horeb, the mountain of God. There the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a flame of fire out of a bush. He looked, and the bush was blazing, yet it was not consumed. Then Moses said, I must turn aside and look at this great sight, and see why the bush is not burned up. When the Lord saw that he had turned aside to see, God called to him out of the bush. Moses, Moses, he said. Here I am. Then he said, Come no closer, remove the sandals from your feet, for the place on which you are standing is holy ground. He said further, I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look at God. Then the Lord said, I have observed the misery of my people who are in Egypt. I have heard their cry on account of their taskmasters. Indeed, I know their suffering, and I have come down to deliver them from the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of the land to a good and spacious land, to a land flowing with milk and honey, to the country of the Chaldeans, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites. The cry of the Israelites has now come to me. I have also seen how the Egyptians oppress them. Now go, I am sending you to Pharaoh to bring my people, the Israelites, out of Egypt. But Moses said to God, Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh and bring the Israelites out of Egypt? He said, I will be with you, and this shall be a sign for you, that it is I who sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you shall serve God on this mountain. But Moses said to God, If I come to the Israelites and say to them, The God of your ancestors has sent me to you, and they ask me, What is his name? What shall I say to them? God said to Moses, I am who I am. He said further, Thus you shall say to the Israelites, I am has sent me to you. God also said to Moses, Thus you shall say to the Israelites, The Lord, the God of your ancestors, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, has sent me to you. This is my name forever, and this my title for all generations. Go and assemble the elders of Israel and say to them, The Lord, the God of your ancestors, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, has appeared to me, saying, I have given heed to you and to what has been done to you in Egypt. I declare that I will bring you up out of the misery of Egypt, to the land of the Chaldeans, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites, a land flowing with milk and honey. They will listen to your voice, and you and the elders of Israel shall go to the king of Egypt and say to him, The Lord, the God of the Hebrews, has met with us. Let us now go a 3 days' journey into the wilderness, so that we may sacrifice to the Lord our God. I know, however, that the king of Egypt will not let you go except by a mighty hand. So I will stretch out my hand and strike Egypt with all my wonders that I will perform in it. After that he will let you go. I will bring this people into such favor with the Egyptians that, when you go, you will not go empty-handed. Each woman shall ask her neighbor, and any woman living in the neighbor's house, for jewelry of silver and gold and clothing, and you shall put them on your sons and on your daughters, so you shall plunder the Egyptians.
So there in Exodus 3, Moses says to the Lord, if I go to the people of Israel and tell them that they should leave Egypt, what do I say if they say, who sent you? And God said, give them my name. My name is I am. Then he says, you tell them, I am sent me. Now that word I am in Hebrew, we don't even know how it's pronounced because they would never pronounce it. Once a year, the high priest would say that holy name. We think it was Yahweh. It's translated in many of our versions as the Lord or Jehovah. This is my name. That's what God says in Exodus 3. The Jews wouldn't even pronounce it. They would talk around things to avoid saying, I am. And now Jesus clearly says, before Abraham was, I am. He says the divine name. They tried to stone him. New Revised Standard says Jesus hid himself. It actually says Jesus was hidden from them. Typically what that means is God hid Jesus. And he didn't die that day because it wasn't his time yet to die. So what do we do about this? It's a great day to praise Jesus for being God. Scripture reading from the New Revised Standard Version by Emily Herrera. If you have a question, drop it in the comments section below.